Chat room, take 1.
What do you do when you experience something painful or hurtful?
Kind of just shut down and just ponder my thoughts and wonder, what did I do wrong?
I just sit there and think about it.
I isolate myself away from everyone.
When I experience just a lot of hurt and pain, I get a lot of built-up anxiety, a lot of overthinking. You know, whenever I get alone in my feelings, I do a lot of overthinking, and a lot of built-up anxiety comes from it.
Say for me, it's definitely like I just shut down and just try to exclude from everybody else and what they have to say, and I just think, like, man, like, what am I doing? Like, what did I do wrong? And like, why did I do whatever it is? And
yeah, same thing for me, but I just sit there, I just think like, where did I go wrong? Mm-hmm. Why did this happen to me?
I'll have to say the same, like isolating myself from like friends and family, and they try to like be there for me most of the time, but it's like you said, I don't really care what other people have to think. Like I overthink a lot, and it like brings out a lot of emotions, and I try to like handle it myself, knowing I'm not able to do that.
Has any hurt that you've experienced impacted your view of God?
Yeah, definitely, actually. You know, whenever I do get hurt and stuff, you know, like just keeps kind of pounding on me, you know, everything gets on my shoulders. I sit there and I kind of wonder, like, why are you doing this to me, God?
I always think like there has to be a purpose for this. Like, I know he put me in a certain situation where he knows that I can grow and learn from it. But then there are times where I doubt him, if that makes sense. Because like you said, like, what was the purpose? Like, why am I in this? Why do I have to feel this? But like, I know that there's something good going to come out of it.
For my personal experiences, I would say that like through the hurt that I've gone, I've always like asked God, like, why me? Like, why do I have to go through so much pain, even though I know that I'm loved by you and that you promise like a perfect life and like for me, and when we go to heaven, but why do I have to experience this now?
I try not to let it get to my relationship with the Lord, just because like, it can affect it really bad. And I just don't know what to do at that point. I just view God as like, God, like, why me, you know? Like, is there a way that I can get out of this? Like, I don't want to feel this emotion anymore.
Do you think that hurt or pain could actually help you see Jesus more clearly?
Whenever we don't see the future, like our path and like where God wants us to be, like that, like he knows where he wants us to be, and he uses those really hard moments to really teach us and really show us like what he wants from us. You know, I learned so much from my faith during those really hard times.
Knowing what I did and the things that I've done, and he's forgiven me for that. I mean, and I didn't even like recognize that he was working in me in that season. And here I am. It's such a loved feeling. So.
I also see it as a test. See like if he's gonna test you and like to see if you're gonna come to him or not. And if not, then that is okay, because he still loves us and he still cares for us. And so whenever he gives us tests, it's like sometimes we know it's a test and we still do it to prove him like, hey, you know, I can be faithful, but sometimes not, because not everyone's perfect.
Like they said, like it's hard to trust in someone that you don't see. So it was hard for me to open up, like things I would like do without even like thinking about like, this is not good to say or like do. So I know that when I finally opened up to God, just like me and I caught like a one-on-one, I guess, I would open up to him, and like little by little I started seeing different things in my life that he started changing inside of me. So now that I know if like there's something going on that I need to open up to someone, even if it can't to be like my family or friends, I know I can trust in God to like open up, and I know that he's going to work a lot of miracles for me.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you learned from this conversation?
You know, we're not alone. We're not alone in our generation, you know. There's a ton of kids who go through this. And what's been going through my mind recently is there's some kids in our generation who go through these same battles that we do, who don't know who Jesus is, who don't know the love and the care that Jesus provides us through these really hard battles.
I think, how can we be there for someone? How can we always try to reach out and be better for each other? Because as we know, everybody's going through something. So how can we be there to support?
What I learned is that it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. Is that like we all go through things, and there's going to be a season where we're gonna go through pain and suffering, and after that season's joy,
Yeah.
pure love and everything, and it's gonna be all right.
Oh yeah.